Good morning, friends. I have a question for you. Have you ever experienced a Bible verse in living color in your life? Let me give you an example. Proverbs 16, verse 13 says that pride goes before a fall. Well, yesterday I was reminded of a time when that story came true in my life. People today would call that karma. Believers in Jesus don't believe in karma. We believe that the word of God is true and that he defends himself, and that when he humbles us, it is his great kindness to do so. So when I was about 17 years old, my stepsister and I were the only two teenagers in the house. We're the same age. We were both in the 11th grade. And she was everything that I wanted to be and wasn't. And I was so jealous of her, I could hardly see straight. But there was one thing I could do that she wasn't quite proficient at. I was a better cook than she was. So I decided one day in my haughty spirit that I was going to show her how great my domestic prowess was. And so I baked a cake, this great little bundt cake, and it had its own homemade icing where I melted chocolate chips and then you poured that icing over the cake. And so as I had melted those chocolate chips, I began pouring that icing on top of that cake. Well, it filled the whole of the bundt cake, right? And I kept thinking, well, when is it going to harden, right? When's it going to quit running? But I was so stubborn and I was so proud that I just kept pouring. I just kept pouring that icing. And you know what? I poured that icing all the way up through the hole in that bundt cake, and it ran all the way over the edges, over the plate, onto the countertop, and all the way onto the floor. And I realized in those moments that clearly I was not all that in a bag of chips, and that in my effort to be more and to be better, I really proved how little and small I was. But what a blessing it was that God showed me that. And so, friends, I just want to challenge you with this today. When you feel like your pride has been pricked and you have to prove yourself, can I just encourage you? Remember the icing story. Take a step back and see yourself and see your friend or the other person through God's eyes. May we all today walk in humility and save ourselves the sting of being humbled. Be blessed today. We'll see you again soon.